Hello and welcome to TNA Tuesday Night Arkham on an actual Tuesday. Although a lot of you will be seeing this on YouTube, so it's whatever day you decide to click play. So welcome. And kicking off tonight, though, before we actually get back to our hi, I'm Sean and that's Scott. I'm getting right into it. I'm so excited.
Yep. If they're watching this, they probably know who we are. Well, I don't know. Some people might be tuning in for the bracket.
Like I never take that for granted anymore. Because we have a few different venues, and each venue looks a little bit different. And like in the back of our heads, the podcast is always our content, and everything else is side stuff. But there are people who like only see us on Twitch, and like I don't know. Anyway, I make no assumptions.
Fair enough.
But before we kick off our getting back to our Web of Dreams interconnected 8-part campaign. Yeah, well.
Oh, right, yeah, that too.
That's probably a more accurate way to put it. Before we get back to that, we're going to kick tonight off and pick our brackets for March to Madness 2021. Scott, tell them what March to Madness is if they don't know.
March to Madness is a discussion-producing event that we held for the first time last year, where basically we took the style of March Madness, like basketball, sports ball thing, and we made brackets with all the investigators, and people filled out brackets, and then each round, instead of the teams playing, because obviously that can't happen because these are inanimate objects, people voted for whichever investigator they liked most or thought was most powerful or whatever. Like we specifically did not put any guiding energy into any type of voting. Like, you vote how you want to vote, and some people do based on the perceived power of the investigator to them, their favorite, the thing they think is most fun to play. Anyways, so you fill out the bracket, you do a bunch of votes, and we see who filled out their bracket the most correctly, and then those people win prizes. And it's just a fun month of just, how do I put this? Like, shoulder punching, mudslinging, like it's yeah.
It is definitely the most jock energy that gets injected into our community from time to time. That's how
really
I'll put it.
Besides Marble Olympics, I agree.
Oh yes, outside of Marble Olympics, of course.
Yes.
And the aforementioned prizes that Scott mentioned is going to be an assortment of our merch featuring the Live, Laugh, Love, Place One Doom on the Current Agenda may cause the agenda to advance merch, which is just lovely. So go check that out on the website. The address is listed on the website here. So we are going to dive into our brackets and just kind of discuss them as we go.
And we're going to be showing yours.
Yes.
But I'm going to be doing mine at the same time. I think quite a few of us might, like, they'll probably be similar for at least the first little bit, I think. But
I'll be interested to see how far we go or how quickly we drift.
Yeah. Watch the first 3 picks is going to be different.
and if I can describe it correctly, as Justin told it last time, he obviously knows way more about this than I do. Things are scored this year on. There was a name for it.
Yes,
it's weighted based on how far in your picks get.
That are correct. Yeah. So for each pick you got correct, you got a point. Regardless of, like, if you picked the winner correctly, which I did, that point was equal to someone picking correctly in the first round, like between 2 investigators off in the first round. This year, so the first round is worth 1 point, next round is worth 2, the next round is worth 4, the next round is worth 8, until the winner, picking the correct winner, is worth 32 points. And then so whoever has the most points at the end has the best bracket, essentially. So if you pick the correct, like, you can still win without picking the winner, but if you do pick the winner, you have a much higher chance of being the best.
That's the most you can score off an investigator.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So, well, let's hop over and do this, y'all. Okay. Sorry, just making sure chat looks okay. So let's fill out a bracket. So link to this is on the website. If you want to follow along, if you haven't done your bracket yet, let's fill one out.
Sorry, there's just a bunch of people cheering for Marble Olympics stuff in the chat now. Yeah, and Big Kahuna says, "FYI, Scott, my terrible accent assignments to you and or Sean will be determined by the amount of disrespect thrown towards seekers." Hmm. Well, I guess we'll have to throw a lot of not disrespect.
Right.
It's hard. All right, you ready?
Yep. Blanking my screen for a quick moment. We're back. All right. So Group 1, Round 1, Rex v Harvey.
So
Oh
about those
boy.
seekers.
So about those boring seekers.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Like what?
Okay. So my reasoning, my gut tells me Rex. People are bored of him, which is a con.
Mhm.
But he is powerful. So for the people who are just like, well, Rex is a monster. Sure. Particularly
Mhm.
pre-taboo Rex.
Yeah.
But in addition, despite the fact that I've yet to see, well, I've not yet to see, it's been a long time since I've seen someone do something interesting with it. Rex does have that Dunwich splash.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go Rex as well. You know what? Okay, so beside like taking this pick out of it, there was a discussion earlier in the week on the March to Madness channel we have in Discord,
Hmm.
and the idea of like you and I are discussing what we think the community will pick. However, we don't know how far this March to Madness goes. Like we advertise it on the Facebook and the Reddit and stuff like that. But I
Hmm.
think like most of my content or community interaction comes from the Discord. And
Hmm.
then I'm in the Facebook group, I check up on it, and then I don't really go to the Reddit very often. So my view is very skewed towards our Discord community.
Samesies. Probably more
But
so
like
for me.
yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm still gonna go Rex though. I think just because of the Dunwich splash.
And also, I
He
think like Harvey, he's fine. He's cool. He's basic. He's good. He's powerful. You can win games with him.
yeah.
But also he's boring, and his weakness really sucks.
Yeah.
I continue to, I don't know. Every time I play him, I'm like I get a little bit worse on how bad his weakness is
Mhm.
for a high draw deck.
Yep. I'm going Rex.
All right. Oh my heart! These two shouldn't be made to square off against one another. They're
And see, here's the hard part.
they're
Like
soul sisters.
so few people have played Gloria.
But she's made waves, man. She's made waves.
Yeah.
So my own personal opinion, Gloria's more like Gloria gets my vote.
I'm
More
going Gloria too.
more
Yeah.
powerful, more consistent, more interesting, I think.
Mhm.
Uh Marie's great. I love Marie. But Marie's got like Baron going for her. I
Mhm.
think I think that the splashes that Gloria has made, new though they may be, will
Mhm.
displace Marie. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
All right.
Preston versus Leo.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think the community likes Leo better, but well, I don't. Yes, he does. I don't know.
This one's tough. Okay. So Preston's weird. He's also newer. Though he's not like so much newer that I know that it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But he's weird. Uh um so while I would like vote Preston,
Hmm.
I do think I agree that Leo is probably gonna have more people. Yeah, I remember that Leo deck that just worked because it's Leo.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't happen with Preston. Those decks don't just work.
Yeah. Preston is a investigator. You can lose the game before you even start if your
Hmm.
deck isn't built right. Okay.
But that's the thing. But here's the thing. The problem is like that's also a thing to love him for, depending on who you are. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love I love Preston much more.
But
Oh,
I think I'm going.
yeah. I think you're right. All right. Rex versus Wendy. I mean, it's Wendy, right?
I mean, yeah, that's my instinct.
I think a lot of people just really enjoy Wendy. She's got good stats. She has a great ability, and I think a lot of people are tired of Rex. And he kind of feels like, as much as we were talking about boring, he's slightly more interesting than Harvey, but that's not like, I mean, you know,
Hmm.
I can also jump over a 2 centimeter high jump, so that's
I am curious though. Like, as much as us old timers talk about how tired of people or tired of Rex people are,
hmm
I am kind of curious. Like, for maybe newer comers to the game who maybe Dunwich wasn't their immediate first purchase after the core. I'm kind of curious what the general consensus on Rex is. I don't know, but
I
I still agree it's Wendy. But I am
I think it's,
curious.
yeah. All right, Sean. Here's a tough one for you.
Mm. Actually, this makes me really sad that I have to do
Yep,
this early.
this hurts.
This one hurts.
I
Well,
think I'm
look.
gonna go Diana.
Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at.
Yep. Only like, I think Gloria is like obtusely strong in solo, but I think that Diana wins out in just versatility.
Tend to agree. Also, Diana, as you mentioned, I feel like this is probably a closer matchup. Uh, Diana's been out a little bit longer.
hmm
There's a lot of chatter about her that I hear. The
Yes.
community's generally abuzz talking about new Diana cards and new
hmm
Diana builds all the time.
Every time something says like, cancel or ignore, people are like,
As well, they
yep.
should be.
hmm
So yeah, though it really pains me. Like I'd love to see these. This would be my like final two. Just FYI. Like this would be the final for me
Okay.
if I ran March to Madness. But I wouldn't feel good. Like even if Gloria wins it, I wouldn't feel
hmm
good riding her to the end while I had the chance to vote for
Fair enough.
Diana
All right.
cancels Gloria. That's about right. Leo and Stella. Oh well, Stella's gonna
Stella.
crush Leo, right? Okay.
Yep. I just snap pick Stella. Yeah. I like how we just don't
Well,
discuss it.
it's just okay. So Stella. I mean, let's talk about Stella the next time she pops up because I'm sure it's gonna be more interesting there.
hmm
But there's many things to be said about Stella.
Yeah. Yes.
Min and Finn.
Ooh. Oh, this is a bracket I was afraid of.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go Min.
Uh,
I it just I think enough people are scared off by Finn's one willpower.
yeah, but there's a lot
He
of
is.
like true solo players out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I think this might be the first place we diverge. I think I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Finn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go Min. I also just really, I think I enjoy Min a bit more,
That's fair.
just because of also the Cerebro Min build. Like that's just a constant
Classic.
favorite of mine. Oh
Classic.
my god, this next matchup.
I mean, it doesn't make me happy to do this. I do love my Red Queen Wendy. Uh, but
Oh, I think I'm gonna go Wendy.
ooh,
Yeah.
Windmill Slam Wendy Thoth. Oh, I am betrayed. At
Yeah, I
two,
gotta go Wendy.
Thoth
Oh my
Tay.
god. Oh my god, my next choice, which is probably slightly different than yours.
You have
You probably
Min and Stella is what you have.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got Min or Stella and Finn. And between the two, despite how much I think Finn is beloved by those who love him, Stella's love behind her.
Yep. Windmill slam Stella. Oh my god. Wendy and Stella for me. You
Oh
probably
boy.
have Diana?
Yep, Diana and Stella. Which, ooh man, this like if Diana makes it out of here, she's sailing through to the finals. This is gonna be Diana's toughest match by far.
Yeah.
I personally I think obviously Diana's better, but I think there are enough people who are behind Diana and what she's doing that she does stand a chance. But I think Stella's
Wendy is Reina Roja.
That's
I assume
right.
that what's Reina? Is it Queen?
Queen. Yeah. It's also a Netrunner reference.
Ah. Oh.
I mean,
So
it's
who you
it's it's Diana for me because
Yeah, you're
I
Diana
I
Stan. Okay.
well no, I mean I'm a Diana stan. Also, she deserves to win. And as new and hot as Stella is, Diana's got a great diversity of builds, and
Neither sleet nor snow nor Diana Stanley. Oh, I think I have to go with Stella. As much as I love Wendy, I'm going Stella.
respect that.
Okay, God, we're out of that terrible, terrible group
Yeah,
of just that was a lot of high flyers.
that was brutal. Okay. Now the problem is that with the way we actually seeded it this year, like every one of the brackets is going to be that way.
Yeah.
All right. So Jacqueline versus Lola.
So I already picked Jacqueline.
I mean, y'all have
I
heard me
enjoyed
say
Jacqueline.
everything I have to say about Lola. She's fine.
Mhm.
I'm not knocking her out of anyone's hands. Jacqueline is pure mystic and an amazing ability.
Mhm.
It's Jacqueline.
Akachi versus Jim. Ooh.
The battle of the boring mystics.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like what? And I say boring because it's not flashy,
Mhm.
and they're not bad. They have awesome abilities if you love math and statistics and squeaking out 8.2% better,
They're
something,
very
something,
good. But they're very
which
good.
I do.
I mean, the thing is they're not. When I say boring, I mean they're not very like interactable. They're not interactive. There we go. There's a word that already existed. I didn't need to make a new one.
Yeah.
Um,
And Maka, which I relived, it's Maka, not Maka. There you go. Battle Mage Akachi isn't boring. You're right. I'm not saying it's not boring in that way. It's just but both of them don't have a flashy power like Diana or Stella or what like Akachi just gives you extra charges. It's just more efficiency. Jim makes your bag pulls more efficient, which I find super fun, but it's not flashy and attention getting is what I'm saying about.
mhm, right.
Yeah.
This isn't like Silas's ability where you're like, ha, and I'm doing
Yeah.
things because I'm Silas.
Yeah.
Akachi, where it's like I run purple cards and they're better because I'm running them.
Yeah. Like my deck is 12% better because reasons. Like, yeah.
Anyway, so between the two, I think Akachi tends to be a little bit more consistent. Your five willpower mystics are pretty easy to
Yeah.
play. Like you slap
I'll
down
go
your
Akachi.
yeah, like Jim's got the Dunwich Splash, which is always fun, and I think Jim does some of the more interesting things with it.
I prefer Jim. I think the community is going to go Akachi.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Calvin versus Matteo. Hmm.
Both of these investigators are ones where whenever we get new cards, someone's like, "Oh, this one might go better in, or might go well in this one." And it's like,
We've got all the stands going. This is it. This is the tipping point.
yeah, but it's been
Now
the tipping
Calvin's
for like
great.
2 years. Yeah, this is exactly what X investigator needed. It's always one of these two.
Although with Spirit of Humanity and Calvin, they are finally right. That is really good.
Or what's the other? The card pool is in a really good place right
Yes,
now.
yes,
Or that one, yeah.
yeah. Card pool's right. The tide is in.
Oh.
It's all good.
Yeah, what? Oh, I think oh my god. I think I'm gonna go Matteo only because we got the hotness of all the blessing stuff.
That is kind of where I'm at. Like Calvin's fine. He's completely playable. He's fun. Uh,
Mhm.
but at the same time, Mateo's kind of like new hotness with all the new things he can.
The renew hotness.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go Matteo.
Yeah.
Jacqueline and Ashcan. Well, I mean it's Ashcan, right? The Doge.
Dashcan, he did. Oh boy, I don't know that anyone's gonna dethrone him this early.
No. He's second. He came in second last year, right? Like and he
And
still has just so many awesome builds.
it's just Duke. It's just Duke. Like
Yeah.
it's Duke. Oh, Akachi and Silas.
Silas,
Can I ship
right?
these two first of all? First of all, that's my
Mm,
new headcanon.
so first of all, or I guess second of all, because you took first of all, uh, I just learned what ship meant like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you who are also late millennials who don't know, it means put them in a relationship. There you
Imaginary
go.
headcanon where they
Yeah.
are lovers.
You ship them. Speaking of ships, I'm gonna go with Silas.
I agree. Silas is
And I
Silas.
think he's been out long enough now because I know he was difficult in the beginning for some people to kind of figure out. And there was some like heat on him because he's an odd duck to play and an odd duck to build. But once you get a hold of him, I mean, or like once you get the hang of him, it's obtuse. So
Yeah.
Matteo and Mandy. I mean, it's Mandy, right?
Oh, but it's post taboo Mandy, and I have no idea. I have no idea.
I mean, like Mandy didn't get tabooed. Like
That's true.
Rook got tabooed.
That's true.
She's still a beast. Yeah.
I think Mandy's left a greater impression more recently has.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of them can run a 65 card deck. That's true.
65, hey? Oh yeah, because that new
This is
yeah.
the weakness.
No, there's another card.
Oh, what?
I don't is that one? I saw it spoiled, but I don't know if it's
Oh,
like
okay, never mind.
released.
I don't know things.
It's this cycle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we can confirm 60. Apparently, 60, allegedly 65. So
Allegedly.
it's Mandy.
Yeah.
Tony and Zoe. Oh boy.
I feel like Zoe has had a following since like the very beginning.
Zoe's got a lot of stands.
She does. I'm one of them. But I feel like like a lot of people really enjoy Tony
Yeah.
because he's got that 5 combat and Rogue has so many awesome like combat tricks that came in his cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's really good, and he's the first like dedicated killer
Yeah.
that Rogue's really gotten. I at the end of the day though, I still don't think that he's touched as many hearts and minds as Zoe has.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go Zoe as well. I think you're right.
Hmm?
Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Okay, all right. This one's real tough. This one's
Mhm.
real tough. Um.
Well, here is again. I do a lot of my chatting on Discord, and I think Discord, Silas would probably win.
Mhm.
I think in the greater community, Ashcan is gonna win. You're you're thinking.
I have a really really hard time because I know the chatter I've heard too. But
Mhm.
also I know that Justin has told us that we've already surpassed the amount of participation that we got last year. So I'm not going to pretend to know based on the crowd that was here last year. So maybe newer people who finally have gotten a hold of Silas because he was only a book investigator until recently.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
this is real tough, but I'm leaning Silas. Duke's great, but Silas has got his time. It's now. He's got some really cool things this uh, in this current cycle, and I feel like that's on the zeitgeist, and that's gonna take him through. Silas for me.
Oh, do I differentiate with you just for the lulls? But I think you're right.
I mean, only if you would actually laugh.
Oh no, I'm gonna go Silas. Silas is the one I want, anyways. So Mandy versus Zoe. I think I'm gonna go Mandy because a lot of people are like, she's just this weird combo enabler, and I think a lot of people still do vote on who they think is the stronger quote unquote investigator. But man, Zoe has a lot of love.
Like pre-taboo, I definitely would have gone Mandy. I honestly, like, I continue to say this. I don't exactly know the extent of the effect that the taboos have had on Mandy, or at
Not
least
much.
perception of Mandy.
And, like, the first 2 days after the taboo, it was a bit of a scramble, but then everyone's like, "Oh, so we just don't include Rook? Okay."
Hmm.
And just yeah, I'm gonna go Mandy. Oh my god, the next choice.
I'm going Zoe. I'm going Zoe. I think the Zoe stands are strong. I'll see through. Oh
Okay,
wow.
yep.
Okay. I still. I
Mhm,
still. I still. Because you're looking at Silas and Mandy. I'm looking at Silas and Zoe.
mhm.
Um. Uh.
So here's the thing, if I were you and I'm looking at Silas and Zoe, I think I'd go Silas, but
That's
I'm
where
looking
I'm
at
leaning.
I'm looking at Silas and Mandy, and I think I'm going Mandy.
Hmm. Origins. Yeah, I think
Yep.
between these two, everything I said about Silas earlier, it's his time. He's got new clues. He's in the zeitgeist. He's really good and fun to play. I think Silas is good.
Mhm.
What you going?
I chose Mandy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Round 3. Here we go.
Rita and Nathaniel. Um, man, Rita gets a lot of hate.
I just, yeah, I mean, I don't know if she gets hate as much as she gets, like, indifference or
Yeah, I guess
confusedness.
yeah. And you know, oh god, I'll put it this way. Rita did really well in our TFA Iron Man
Hmm.
and was clutch in the last scenario.
Oh, yeah. Zipping around and evading things.
Well, and when she was back in the whatever other dimension getting rid of all the acolytes while we were stuffing the orb thing full of locations or whatever. I
Hmm.
still don't understand the mechanics of that. But anyways, I think I'm still gonna go Nathaniel because uh,
I,
yeah, I'm going Nathan.
I mean, I'm going Nathaniel. I do think Rita's good. I think fewer people understand her.
Hmm.
So very, very few people are like super into Rita. Whereas Nathaniel is new, hot. He got a very, very fun and dynamic way to play. So I think he's actually probably going to go pretty far in this.
Hmm.
Nathaniel for me.
Joe and Carolyn.
Hmm.
Well,
Hmm. Okay. So based on like pure play, Joe would be my go, but like Carolyn has a decent amount of people who really like the support type. Uh,
yeah, I like the support type. It's hard to fit that in a game of Arkham.
right.
That's and you know what? I'm gonna go with Joe just because honestly, I really enjoy the hunch deck. I think it's a fun flavor
Sure.
and a fun little thing. So I'm going Joe.
I I think the Carolyn people who like Carolyn really like Carolyn, so I feel like she's
Mhm.
gonna beat Joe on this one.
Ooh, really? Wow. Okay, Tommy and Jenny. I mean, it's Jenny, right?
It's Jenny.
Okay. She's just been around so long, and there's so many people who are just like head over heels for her, and I don't hear much chatter about Tommy.
Yeah, and Tommy's good, but he's yeah, like he yeah.
He is a strong okay. You know what I mean? Like what he's trying to do, I just feel like there's just
I feel like his more
uh,
interesting builds are really only more interesting in high count multiplayer, and I feel like the number of
yeah,
people who play a lot of high count multiplayer and talk a lot are fewer and farther between. So I just feel like buzz around Tommy is sporadic at
yeah.
best.
Hmm.
So yeah, I do think Jenny will probably beat him. Ooh, Nathaniel and Trish.
My
So
gut is Trish, but
see, here's
she's
the
also
thing.
pretty new.
Yeah, she's pretty new. She is bonkers. She is very, very good.
Hmm.
Nathaniel's a starter. He's
Yep.
very, very efficient at the single thing he does.
Hmm.
I feel like there are probably going to be more people with strong feelings for Nathaniel than Trish, but man, this is tight. It's
I feel
tight.
like there's more people are like, "Hey, Nathaniel's a good guy," and Trish is like, "Oh, she's kind of she's not hard to build for. She just if you put more effort into the deck building, you get a lot more juice out of the squeeze, if you
Hmm.
will." But I think when you compare the two, I think I'm gonna go Trish.
Fair enough. No, I wouldn't blame you. Trish is amazing.
And you're going Nathan?
Yep.
Okay. Next one is Luke versus anyone.
Carolyn.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so Luke?
I
I had it against Joe Diamond, so I mean,
I
just
understand your joke now. I'm sorry I didn't when you said it. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, it's Luke.
yeah.
Probably Luke.
Hey, Carolyn, dream on. I get it, because Luke can. All right.
Jenny and Ursula.
I mean, Ursula,
The
right?
ultimate winner. She who snagged
The
the defeat, who snagged the doggy treat of victory out of the sad jaws of Duke last year.
Well, she's so fast, he couldn't catch her.
Uh,
So,
yeah, she's probably still going to do pretty well this year. So.
yeah. Jenny's a good all-rounder, and I think Jenny is the one that, like, a lot of people recommend to. I think she's one of the ones you recommend to a newer player, like, "Here's Jenny. She got all 3s, so if you're playing on easy, like, you can work with that. She gets extra money, and so, like, that kinda smooths out curves, which is, oftentimes a difficulty with newer players and decks and stuff like that. But I think the people who are playing in this bracket thing are probably experienced Arkham players, and it's Ursula. So,
Agree.
oh boy.
Oh, out of the gate! Out of the gate with this purple, red, red, purple. Yeah.
Oof.
Ugh.
Agnes
Yeah,
and Patrice.
I think when it comes to the core set investigators, like the fact that everyone owns them really helps. The fact that Agnes among the core set investigators remains really good. And has a few different ways you can build her and some cool stuff she can pull from Survivor. But on the other hand,
You know who else can pull the cool stuff from Survivor? Patrice.
Oh, she's so good and she's so distinct to play.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Patrice. Even though she is also one of those ones where you can, like, fall on your face by building her incorrectly.
Yes.
Pre-lose, if you will.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Patrice.
I'm banking on Agnes's core set status to see her through this match. That if she loses, she has nothing to be.
All right. Trish and Luke. That's what I got.
Daniel and Luke over here.
Oh, I think it's still gonna be Luke.
Yeah, I think from my end it's probably gonna be Luke.
He's just that gate box just wrecks. It's really gate box versus Trish.
For real.
Yeah.
All 3 single charges on Gatebox.
Yep. Ursula Downs versus Patrice. Why why me?
And I've got Ursula and Agnes. Like I will be voting Agnes. But I do think that Ursula's got a strong showing based on her showing last year. She hasn't gotten any worse, that's for sure. So
I'm gonna go with Ursula, even though I know people are probably gonna hate vote her. But we'll see. Oh, Luke versus Ursula.
okay, so I feel like if the hate votes come out, this is gonna be the time when it comes out. This is it right here. So I'm gonna back Luke. Luke is my horse in this one.
If the investigator caused them to rewrite the rule book, they're probably gonna win. I mean, he was around last time, wasn't he? Was he around last year?
I think he was.
I actually can't remember. God, my brain is saying Luke mostly, but my heart's saying Ursula. Oh my! I wish there was a way I could, like, skip. You know, like, I'll come back to this one. You know?
Think about it.
Yeah.
Nope, it's time.
Chat, where am I going? Chat, tell me. Okay,
Ursula.
Sean, talk me through this. So, people might hate on Ursula because she won last year, and, you know, the
Possibly.
internet loves Schadenfreude. And so to see me cry my tears of Ursula getting knocked out
I do love Scott tears too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
It is
thing, right?
known.
Like, that is entertainment for people. Because Ursula ride or die. You're right.
There it
Screw
is.
you guys.
That's all he needed to hear. I mean,
Yeah, ride or
respect.
die.
I'm ride or die with Diana. So,
Amanda versus Skits.
uh,
Yep.
Amanda's new, but she's fun. She's dynamic. She's got a new way to play. I think she's beating Skids.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, but my AA gun Skids. Sad. Norman Withers versus Dexter. I mean, it's Dexter right away, right?
Yeah, I think so. I love
I
Norman.
think.
Norman's really cool, but I think Dexter's. First of all, he's
Yeah,
not a
Norman.
novel gator.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going Dexter.
Brother Zagon. Who's Norman? Exactly. Withers. Old man
Wait, what?
Withers.
Didn't Dexter? Wasn't he a book?
He
He
started
was a
as a book,
novel.
yep.
Yeah. So did Norman, right? Yeah, Norman and Dexter were both novels.
Still is.
Right. Yes. Okay. Roland versus Sister Mary. Oh
Ooh.
man. Oof.
Sister Mary's new blessed hotness. That's a thing.
But I've also seen people complain that it's like, well, if I want to play Sister Mary, I have to play Bless. And what if I don't want to play Bless, but I want to play Sister Mary? Which always confuses me because why are you playing Sister Mary if you don't want to play Bless cards? Like it just genuine like are they just hankering that hard for 0 to 5 Guardian, 0 to 2 Mystic?
I know I am.
Just play
Uh
Diana.
by
It's like
my
the
by
first
my yeah, the answer for most of these questions, Scott, is just play Diana for me. So
yeah.
um
Mhm.
by my reasoning earlier, I think Roland's gonna take this one. He still is good. Boring, I think,
Mhm.
for compared to most investigators, but like super solid in the core set. Everyone's got him. Boring, but
Yeah.
still good.
Boring but reliable. It's just like, I have a Toyota RAV4. It's a super ordinary vehicle, but darn it if it doesn't get me to work and back every day,
Mm-hmm.
That's the Roland Banks, right?
See, now I'm looking at Mary the PT Cruiser and thinking a second time about it.
Uh,
It's a very specific vehicle, but I like it.
I'm gonna go Mary. Oh
See,
no.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is like, is it that everyone just thinks Roland is boring and old and who cares, or is it that he's old faithful?
Oh, where did they end up on the charts here?
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm gonna
that's a good one.
I'm gonna refer to it here. Let's see. Oh boy, they're way down at the bottom. Uh, so Sister Mary was in tier 9. Roland was tier 8. I'll go Roland, I guess. It's such a hard
I'm
choice between the two.
I'm still
God.
flipping to Mary on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if the
Okay,
newness carries her through.
I'll go Mary too. Why not? I'm so like, yeah. I don't care about that decision. Um, Amanda Sharp versus Yorick is what I have. Is that what you have?
Mhm. I
I think,
I don't know how to feel about this one.
feel like I
Uh,
want to go Yorick.
I want to go Amanda, but I also like. I think a lot of people really like Yorick. And Recursion's really powerful. He
Mm-hmm.
can do that really stupid thing with you, Catastrophe. Um. Oh yeah, now with
Yeah. Favor of
favor
the
of the
Sun.
sun. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Yorick. I think it's. I think. I think Amanda might win though.
It wouldn't surprise me if Amanda wins, but I too am kind of leaning with
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
general consensus being Yorick.
this next one hurts.
Ooh,
Have you noticed like
Daisy.
80% of these have hurt this year?
It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing. That means I just like everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. I think I
Uh
have to go. I think I have to go with Dexter. I think he's just more popular, and I think he's pretty good. I think Daisy might just be slightly like brass tacks if I wanted to like but is she just that old reliable that everyone
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
loves?
Like Dexter's cool and all, but like Daisy, she's got cool card access, great stats,
Hmm.
and access to some really cool homes. I'm leaning
Big
Daisy on
Kahuna.
this one.
Big Kahuna mentioned Amanda is good, but she's a pre-lose candidate.
Uh oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Daisy too. That I think that core set is strong with that 5 in intellect. Like everyone just, yeah. Sister Mary versus Mark Harrigan. I mean, it's
Well, it
Mark,
was
right?
good knowing you, Mary.
Yeah, Mac.
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Ooh,
Winnie
Winnie
and
versus Safina.
Safina. Ooh, oh, I don't like this. I don't want to have to pick one. Let's
So
toss out.
I'm really leaning Winnie because I think people have really fallen in love with her,
Yeah,
but
I
she has
mean,
that one willpower.
she does. She also can
But
commit like
Safina,
6 things to that willpower test that you care about.
hmm
Safina was a darling of the community for a while, I feel.
yeah,
Ability's really good. She kind of plays in a cool way, but like if you had to say like, hey, like you want to focus on events, what 2 classes do you feel like, Mystic and Rogue, please? And
yeah.
thank you. Um
See, I guess this is an example too for the people who are like when we're talking about boring abilities. These two have exciting abilities, right? Like draw 13 cards at first, put 5 under you, and then you have cards that you can play and stuff like this. And Winnie is like commit 2, draw 1.
so
That's
dynamic.
flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like skulls or zeros, so your bag pulls are better.
I think Winnie's newness is gonna help her here.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Winnie.
I gotta go Winnie.
York versus Daisy. I mean, I think it still has to be Daisy. Like York is cool. Okay, so
Oh, but Yorick can do
see,
so many stupid version things.
he can, but I think like if you think about who's gonna be if we're trying to win this, if you will,
I mean, I am trying.
if you look, yeah, if you think about who is filling in these challenges or voting, if we get a giant swath from across the community, you're going to have like at one end the super experienced players who have played everything and love, like high end Arkham, and then you have newer players, and then you have everything in between. And I think the people who like Yorick for that weird recursion with Favor of the Sun and Yukatas or yeah, Brexit Yorick and
If
all
you
this
will.
stuff, it's at this tippy end at this side, and I
Mm-hmm.
think the rest of people would prefer and when they play Yorick, he's much more normal, if you will, like a
Sure.
a steady pace of recursion, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
really practical, and that does not beat out Daisy, that practical Yorick.
Your
So I'm
argument's
gonna go
valid.
Daisy.
Um, I'm kind of going the other way with it. I think there's enough chatter about Yorick that it will elevate him, though. I have no
Wow.
clue. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm just going Yorick.
Okay.
So we have enough divergence to talk
Fair
about.
enough.
Oh, Mark and Winnie.
I think I'm gonna go Mark. Like he is
Mm,
just
he is elemental.
yeah. I mean, he also has 5 agility if he takes a damage. So
That's true, I guess. Uh, yep.
and he
Okay.
can also have 5 willpower too.
He draws cards in a card game. Who knew that's good?
Well, so does Winnie.
I mean, I suppose that's true.
But his is yeah, I'm gonna go Mark. Oh my god, Mark versus Daisy. You have Mark versus York?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yours is easy,
I think Mark
right?
still wins out here, yeah.
So I'm gonna go Mark. Okay, so I have Stella versus Mandy. You have Stella versus probably Diana
I
based on
have
your
Diana versus Silas, which is my
Oh.
actual Sophie's choice. I don't want to vote here. I don't want to, but I'm
Mm,
going to vote for Diana.
wow. Okay.
What are you doing?
I have Stella versus Mandy,
Okay.
and uh, that is a tough choice. Do I think Stella's gonna take it this year?
Got a very good chance.
Yeah, but so does Mandy.
Mandy's not
Uh,
out of it.
it's gonna be Stella, I think. Oh my god, now I have Ursula versus Mark.
I've got Luke versus Mark.
Okay, well, Ursula ride or die. Screw it.
God, Luke and Mark. Um, I think Mark makes. No, this is the final
Yeah,
four. I was about to say I think Mark makes the final four, but this is it. He's here.
he did. Yeah, he did.
Mission accomplished.
That happened.
Um, does he make it to the final?
I'm already looking at my final bracket, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm I want to cry.
I think Luke will take it
No, really?
over Mark.
I think it's Mark over Luke.
I think Luke has expanded more in the last year than Mark has.
I don't think
Uh,
Mark needed to expand.
well,
I think that's
I don't
why.
disagree,
Yeah.
but I'm curious what is more valued in like a popularity contest. Like, hey, ooh, wow, they had a glow up versus like, oh, that person over there has always been hot.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Luke. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay,
Right. Who's your champion bracket?
I've got Diana and Luke.
Very different from mine. I'll let you pick yours first, and then I will give you my Sophie's choice.
Um, so
Well, I mean,
standing aside, Diana's versatile. She's great. She's got a fantastic, very Arkhamy backstory. She's got a very good pace in solo and can do great things in multiplayer because she can be focused that way. Luke, while fun and ridiculous, I don't know how long a leg there is to just playing jank move stuff all the time. Like I feel like you'd get
mhm.
bored of him faster, though he does do wackier things. But
Eventually his dream box runs out of charges, right?
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Um,
Diana never runs out of cancels because of the knife, right?
yeah,
She can.
yep.
Yep.
Never commit.
Never. Yeah.
All right. So, we're just gonna go ultimately Diana. Ride or die, right?
All right. My championship is Stella versus Ursula. So, can Ursula take it a second time?
Oh, thanks, real shoelace. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying it as much as we are. Um, what happened
Uh,
to ride or die? Isn't this an easy choice?
I'm just wondering. See, the thing is, ride or die with Ursula, you fail in action, but Stella allows you to ride again.
I mean, I guess
And what are the
she
odds
lets
of
you ride after you take that action to die.
what? Yeah, right. You die, then you ride. You ride and die and ride. Um, and the odds of Ursula becoming the first March to Madness uh, two-time winner, starting a dynasty, if you will.
People don't like dynasties; they get bitter about
I know they do, even though they're right. Um,
them.
in this case specifically, although it is, I'm going Stella.
Betrayal in the final round.
The thing is, I want Ursula to win, but I think Stella's gonna win. Like, if I'm ultimately for me picking, I would pick Ursula, but I am trying to win,
I think
so
I think
Stella.
Stella's definitely a top contender. She's got a few places she could potentially get ousted, but it would not surprise me if she's like one of 4 or 5 people where it's like, yep, that makes sense.
Oh, that hurt. That hurts so much.
Oof. That's that's certainly decision fatigue, if nothing else.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
All right, well, we're in. Get yours in if you haven't already. Everyone else wants to live, laugh, love with us, I'm sure.
Scott, you've been
Whee!
demoted from survivor to rogue, so you could play backstab now. Mm-hmm. Shoelace. Is this how to sports?
Um,
Oh,
yes.
I think so. This
I'm
is
gonna
how
go.
you
I'm gonna
sport,
go
right?
with yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can throw a football, but I have no idea how fantasy football works, so I'm the wrong person to ask. All right. Well, so get your bracket in if you haven't already. Join our Discord if you haven't already. We've got a whole channel devoted just to talking about this, and boy, chatter's going to be fun as the results start to roll in every round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, please no personal insulting on the channel. Things can get heated.
Nothing you wouldn't say
Please,
to a person's face. Let's just go with that.
yeah. And remember the internet, you don't have facial expressions and body language. But
It's true.
yeah. All right. Well, shall we take a wicked fast break and then jump into TNA?
Yep. We're gonna take a hot 5, and then be back for some Amanda and Carolyn TNA, and hopefully gain some redemption for this side of the campaign, because it
Peers open.
boy, it was rough to start.
Oh, I think it's going to be rough to end too.
Well, we'll see.
We shall.
All right, well, we'll be back in 5. We'll see you guys in a second.
See you guys.